What's going on, Geekdom? This is Chipmunk. We are doing a review for the movie Werewolves. Came out this past weekend. As the description of this movie, the movie is about two scientists who try to stop a mutation that turns people into werewolves after being touched by a super moon the year before. That's the description that's in like IMDb and stuff like that. It's basically one of the scientists, quote unquote, is someone in the military, which is Frank Grillo's character. He plays Wesley, who's a ex, I think, sergeant or something like that in the military. I can't remember exactly what he was, but I know he was like high rank. He could have been captain, I think. I don't remember what it was, but because one of the characters was called him something. I think his name was Cody, the crazy next door neighbor. Yeah, him and his friend, who was another scientist, they are trying to create a quote unquote cure for a werewolf transformation due to the supermoon that happens in this world. I think it's crazy how this goes, because basically you just don't have to, don't go outside and you won't turn into a werewolf like during the supermoon. Don't, or just cover all the way up. Cover all the way up, you'll be fine. For some reason, people are still turning into werewolves. I don't understand exactly. Like, if you're turning into a werewolf, you are trying to turn into a werewolf. But I would think the government will put things in place for people not to turn into werewolves or go outside or be outside during the time of the supermoon. Because I'm like, you just in for a couple hours. I don't understand why this is an issue. But it just might be just my brain thinking of like, people would try to work this out. But, there's crazy people who want to turn into werewolves, which they do display in the movie. A couple people who want to be werewolves. So they want the moon's rays, light rays, I guess, whatever. However this works, to touch them. That way they can transform. But to me, this is more, they don't explain it perfectly of how this even happens. Because I would think it's something that we all already have this in our genetics itself, to where we all are werewolves, basically. We just need something to trigger it. And that's what the supermoon does, just trigger us to turn into werewolves, because we are essentially werewolves. As far as just them in that universe, whatever. I'm saying are, but you know what I mean. So people can turn into werewolves during the supermoon. Some people try to barricade, which the main character, I'm going to just say he's the main character. Wesley, he has a family, which is his brothers, who have passed away, his wife and child. They are living in a home. He's trying to take care of them, but also make sure that he can try to find a cure and stuff. So Lucy, who was the wife of the deceased brother of Wesley, they tell him that he can go and try to figure out how to make a cure. To me, it's not really a cure for it. It's just them trying to find ways for people to be out in the sun, not the sun, but out in the moonlight without turning into werewolves. To me, it's like the thought process of the jail or something that they use for vampires, so they can walk around during the day. Because I've seen stuff like that, to where it's like, oh, this is like a sunblock, so vampires can walk around and be okay without, turn into dust. To me, it's essentially the same type of deal. It's like it's not a cure, you're just trying to find ways so people won't turn and they can walk outside and be okay. You still have the ability to turn into a werewolf. It doesn't necessarily stop you from turning into a werewolf just because you put this crap on. I'll just say it. I don't know. But it seems really, really complicated what they're trying to do with it. But yeah, that's basically the story of it. Yeah, it fails, and then he tries to go back to Lucy, to their home, and try to rescue them, make sure they're okay, because he left them alone. Didn't do well as far as Rotten Tomatoes go. The movie has a 48% with critics, 46% with audience. So they basically agree on how they feel about it. I kind of feel the same way. I'll probably put it about 30%, but 40 sounds about right. The movie wasn't like the most horrible thing ever. I do like some aspects of the film. Some of the transformations did look pretty nice. I like the fact that some of them still had like their jackets and stuff from when they were human on, like some of the werewolves, just to show differences between them. I thought some of the prosthetics looked pretty good. prosthetic makeup and stuff like that for the werewolves looked pretty awesome. Yeah, it's not a lot that I can praise about it. Like, it was a simple story. It wasn't too crazy or anything. But I think they just did horrible with some of the execution of some of the stuff. I think the story or how they went about with the movie was supposed to be deeper or more stuff into it. I think they were trying to do so much and it just didn't make sense to the overall of the story. Like in the introduction of which I forgot to say that he was in the movie. James Kyson, who plays Miles, he's in the movie. He was on Heroes. He was in the movie, and it seemed like they were following him a bit. Him and his girl, who's the other scientist that is traveling. I don't understand what happened exactly with their situation or that. It might have been an end credits or something to show what happened with them, but I was like, I felt like there was supposed to be more to it than what they displayed in the movie, in theaters at least. I feel like it would be a lot of just cut scenes from this movie, because I feel like there was supposed to be way more to this movie than what was presented. It just probably didn't work out too well for the overall story, so that's why they cut a lot of stuff out. But It's I feel like there was a lot of misinformation or just a lot of stuff that just didn't work too well with the information that they did give. I think it's an interesting watch. So I think it's a good for one time. I don't think it's something that I would repeatedly watch. It's not one of the best werewolf movies that I've seen. American Werewolf in London is still my favorite werewolf movie. It's not horrible. It's not something you can't sit down and just watch, just for the entertainment value of it, because I feel like it is entertainment value. I also think it should have been just a streaming, and on streaming services. I don't think it should have been a movie that came out in theater. I think that's a waste of a movie going to theaters. I think it just would work better as something that you would stream, because I was like, this did not have to be in theaters whatsoever. But yeah, it's... Back in the day, we used to call it just straight to video movies. This was a movie that should have been just straight to streaming services. But yeah, it's a lot of complicated stuff to it that I feel like didn't make sense with the werewolves. Their ability, how they still had like memory of certain things, but then they have this crave to just destroy and eliminate people, which I'm like, they're not even eating the people, they're just making them deceased. That's it. They're just taking out people left and right. That was just it. But I felt like they were much smarter, which I do like, but it's just overall making sense of like how they would be when they see certain people. You would think that their brain would be still triggered by people that they know, since they know certain situations, know how things work, know how technology works, know how to turn cameras off. You would think that they'll still have memories of certain people. For some reason, that's just not the case. But it's just an action film. It is what it is for action horror. Yeah. But yeah. Y'all watch it if y'all like. If y'all don't, I definitely understand. I would advise people to wait until streaming services, but it's not bad for a first time watch. But yeah, y'all let me know what y'all think about this in the comments below. If y'all went and saw Werewolves, if y'all were looking forward to it, how y'all felt about it, let me know down in the comments below. If you like this video, please feel like on the video. If you'd like to subscribe to see some more of my reviews, reactions, and other type of videos, please do. Thank you all so much for jumping on and giving me a try. I really do appreciate it. Please do take care of yourselves and others. Peace, geekdom.